Okay, this is a story I'm reading for about a babysitter who actually murdered the baby, bundled the baby up, took the baby to McDonald's, sit down, ate her McDonald's food with the dead baby in the car seat beside her, gave the dead baby to the mother, didn't say anything to the mother that her baby was dead. Mother went to wash clothes and everything with the baby in the car seat, not thinking about, just thinking her baby asleep with the blanket over the baby. And then when she went to look, she saw that her baby was cold and blue. And this lady here, let me just show you her name. Her face. I'm trying to get her whole name. Can you see her? Well, she's been charged, I think, 35 or 37 years now. But she didn't seem to have no compassion for the baby. When she eventually cried, when she was being interrogated by the cops, it was because she saw she was going to jail. But she had no feelings for the baby. So I'm just trying to see what her actual whole name is.
Police are looking for a woman.
Okay, let's just flow. Her name is Marissa Tietsort. Was sentenced to 37 years in prison for the death for 11-week-old boy, old little baby. So they got two different ages. What is her age? They need to get things right in the news, I'm telling you, because they have 28 years old right here and they have 30. Okay, my mistake. She is sentenced to 37 years in jail, but she is a 28-year-old. She caused the death of the baby. I think she threw the baby in a pack and play. And when the baby landed, the baby neck could have went however, because they don't know how to be able to move their head this way and that way when they lay down. So she done threw the baby in a pack and play, so the baby head went how the baby head went. Neck went. Bruises was all over the baby. She's saying she ain't do anything, but Miss, you did do something. You murdered somebody's child and you act like you just put a piece of trash outside. She deserve every year she get, every minute in that place, she deserve it. Okay, let's see. Because she sat down and ate and everything. Put the baby in a snowsuit. She knew the baby was dead. Put the baby in a snowsuit. Bundled the baby up like you taking a baby out to his mother. Out to his mother. There was a little boy. I think his name was Benson. They saying Benson. Bundled him up. Took him to McDonald's. Sit down with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend didn't even know that a dead baby was in the carrier the whole time. He was carrying a baby around. He didn't look. Men don't do all that extra stuff. They don't look inside. They think the baby's asleep. So she had him tangled up in there at first until he had to clear his name. Okay. Let's just see. When did this happen though? Is this the same one? Wisconsin. So I guess it's the same story. Babysitter returned dead. Infant to mom pretending he was alive. January 2019. Babysitter returned dead. Infant to mom disguised him to appear like he alive by having a snowsuit and everything on. He had his hat pulled down and everything else, but all the time the baby was dead under the blankets. Okay, sometimes when you need babysitting, you just need to make sure you can get somebody that you truly, truly trust. because it said that this lady's own children, I think, was taken from her, or some of her children. So she wasn't a person to be leaving your child in the hands of, because your children don't get taken away for nothing. There's a reason for it. Her children was taken for some reason, if that's true, because, it was written, but I don't know if it's true. So let's just do a storyline on this lady, I'm going to call her Miss Marrissa, because the last name I might mess it up. For this lady, Miss Marrissa. Okay, universe, you know all about it. Give me a storyline for this lady, Miss Marissa, who murdered this innocent baby that just wanted to live. This one jumping out, it's sticking out, so it's making me grab it. She didn't want to work hard on it. She didn't want to work hard on it. Or she worked hard on it. She did something. She worked hard on something on a certain day. That means, in her storyline, she did whatever she did to the baby. Whatever day it was, she worked hard on it. Because it said bruises was all on the baby. So she might have been knocking the baby around constantly. Who knows? We wasn't there. 8 jumping out though. Let's just flow. Okay. These cards mean when you hurt someone to the core, murder someone, and these are abuse cards. Let's flow. Okay, it says right here, the first one, she measured and tested and saw how far she could go with little baby Benson or with his parents, and it was awful. She had to see it for what it is, because the family needed to beware of a water sign. Maybe this lady is a water sign person, right? Or she wanted to beware of a water sign, the baby. So it says right here, only she can make things happen in her life. Go ahead and stop and not fight. Go ahead and fight for her life and stop running. Because she's sticking around fire with no nonsense lessons. Because maybe she was a mother slim in nature, or Benson's mother. So Benson's mother was hanging around fire with no nonsense lessons, having a baby with this lady here. This lady needed to have more sleep to be more energetic, okay? Because she need to stop letting the world talk for her and start talking for herself now, and get away and get back to what God created her to be in life. She is going to get splashes of joy. Are my eyes telling me the truth? Because she was tattered and she needed a miracle. Or baby Benson was tattered and he needed a miracle. Because she is coping with a job, and that was babysitting. She had plenty of ideas though for her fortune, whatever money she is getting. But she is hooking notes, or somebody was hooking notes about her so-called friends, or she is hooking notes, gathering up information or whatever it was. Because she is dealing with jobs. And maybe she wanted the baby to go home. She was ready to be through, maybe. No more bowing down to the baby, she felt like. So she was animalistic, controlling, dominating to the baby. She didn't want to bow down to the baby no more. Or is doing anything for the baby. So we have right here is ordinary. It's not ordinary. She got something supernatural. So that would be where some kind of way she got in some kind of epiphany, or something went on with her psyche. What you call it? Something went on with her mentally, like you mentally disturbed something. Or it's not ordinary that she saw the baby was not alive. Anything like that. So she is a wildcat, but somebody was looking at her to see if she was a go-getter. That means a hard worker, or a loose lady, or a person that could be trusted, right? And that would be probably his parents, right? The baby's parents wanted to know if she is somebody who was a hard worker, would take care of the baby, or what? A go-getter, a person who would take care of the baby. So it's some racial abuse that was hyped up. Maybe that's in jail, I guess. Maybe this jail, that part. Because it says right here that the power to stay silent is no more. She wasn't sensitive and she and her emotions. That could be jail or something. Because somebody worked hard on something or she did on a certain day, right? Because she wanted to pluck the baby. She was a turncoat to the baby at that time, or somebody in the jail. So we have right here that she is dealing with a symbol, logo, or anything like that. Or somebody she connected with maybe in jail because he is programming, rules, regulations, anything like that. Okay, here it is right here. She wasn't putting up, she had enough of the baby's crap long enough. She wasn't putting up with no more. Baby was a beautiful dreamer. So it says, I love him, but it just won't be no romance, so I just won't care. So we got to change it around. She was caring about the baby somewhat, but she stopped caring. Because she was tired of the baby's crap. Maybe the baby was crying. I just don't know. Let's go. Or somebody in jail, because some kind of way maybe she's dealing with somebody in jail, love partner, or her own guy, whoever it is, I don't know. She's dealing with a man problem, a man, or something like that. Okay, let's just this is for Miss Marissa, because I don't want to miss her last name. The babysitter who murdered the baby, took the baby to McDonalds, sit there and ate with the dead baby beside her, gave the baby to the mother with a plain look on her face, not alive. That lady had a lot of nerve. That lady had a lot of nerve. So she dealing with a community. It could be the people in jail. That's the community, right? Or this would stand for court, right? Or could stand for, because she ain't have a job, as I know of. This would be the people at jail, the population of people at jail. So she had plenty of ideas for her fortune, whatever money that she would get. Or maybe she's dealing with the community, getting money from people, GoFundMe or anything like that. Okay, it says right here that it's going to be the end of her money problems. No more blaming things on money problems. Some kind of way she's dealing with the community, maybe GoFundMe, getting money from people or anything like that. Talking notes with her so-called friends, people she making friends with, anything like that. Okay, let's go. Or maybe she was babysitting because she thought it would be the end of her money problems. Thoughts, it says right here, thoughts were spinning. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Thoughts were spinning. Maybe she was sleepy. Maybe she was tired. Thoughts were spinning in her mind. Someone is anxious here. She is anxious. She felt like the baby wasn't exempt. Follow me? She had to take heed to what was calling to be heard and seen by her, though, because she felt like the baby wasn't exempt. So it says right here, she talked to somebody from a car. Or somebody tested her from a car, whoever it was. Whoever it was. Usually that's bad, that car. And it's the end right here. Let's just put on. We're dealing with a symbol. This the cops. I don't know right there. Very noisy, I meant to say. Okay, it says right here that somebody insinuated something with sharp words to her. Maybe somebody with a symbol, the badge, the cops, somebody in jail, somebody with a logo. Okay, maybe. So it says right here, do the family need to prosecute? Yeah, they need to prosecute against this lady. Because the baby was the star in the light here, and this lady didn't matter. Or she might feel like, do she have to prosecute against somebody in jail that's coming up against her to have a symbol or anything like that? Somebody looking at her in jail, maybe she a wildcat to go get a loose lady or a lady that's about business. I'm gonna see if she gonna go ahead. Let's just flow. Maybe she doing something racial in jail. Or she might have been doing something racial when she was out. Yes, she getting a reading from me, the brass level. So we hear right here that she wants somebody to bring an emotional love she needed, but the baby needed her to bring an emotional love the baby needed. How about that, miss? Because it was intense madness the baby had to go through with this lady. But maybe she going through that in jail. Okay? She wanted to free herself from a commitment watching a baby. She should have just called the parent right away when she saw she's feeling a certain way. Call the parent and say, come get your baby. I'm tired of babysitting. Just say that. People want to come get their baby. Somebody telling me, saying they tired of my child, I ain't going to sit there because the next step is they going to do something to your child. Okay? Power to stay silent is no more. She want to be free from a commitment, but she didn't tell the parents that. So I don't know what commitment she want to be free from. The power to stay silent. She should have told them because she didn't do no telling. Okay, let's go. Maybe she dealing with somebody in jail because we got like a person of service, somebody. If they not in jail or somebody that got some kind of service going on, she want to be free from a commitment with somebody that she dealing with who deceived her. Follow me? Or let's turn this around. She was somebody of service. I got to turn this around because this usually be her card, but I got to turn it around to little baby Benson. Right? Because he was deceived, right? His mother was deceived because she's supposed to have been of service, a babysitter, right? Let's take it that way. But she was deceived also by somebody of service. Could have been racial abuse, hyped up, maybe a jail with this situation. She was getting a little testy, but she felt it was her prerogative, maybe with the baby home or somebody in jail. So some kind of way, maybe she got isolated for a coping mechanism in the jailhouse, or maybe at home she isolated the baby. She needed to show some emotions and sensitiveness to the baby at home, or maybe she wanted at jail, right? It's not ordinary. She gets something supernatural. So what I'm saying with that card is maybe she kind of went, she got some kind of mental breakdown or something happened mentally with this lady at her house because she wanted the coping mechanism and wanted to get isolated. So she might have snapped some kind of way a little bit right here. But if it's in jail, she might have got an epiphany because it was awful, God says, and she measured and tested and see how far she could go with baby Benson, and it was terrible. Or somebody doing something to her in jail. There's programming and rules. So programming and rules. There's supposed to be rules and all as far as how she treated the baby and handled the baby. If she was tired of watching a baby or something's wrong with the baby, she's supposed to have called the mother right off the bat. No hesitation. 911 or anything, and she didn't follow the rules. But it's programming and different rules and stuff in jail, and she's going to follow those. If she didn't follow rules with the mother and the baby, she's going to follow the rules in there because she don't control that atmosphere. So we have right here that she tired of bowing down to somebody in jail, whoever it is, a guard of service, somebody, a guard or an inmate, whoever this is, that's animalistic to her, fighting, controlling, dominating, telling her what to do. But also home, she is tired of bowing down to the baby, little baby Benson, right? So she was animalistic to him, is reversed. Controlling, dominating, we can't say fighting, but manhandling maybe, or whatever she's doing with this poor baby. So if the shoe on the other foot, she know how I feel to be tossed around a little bit or whatever going on. Okay? It says right here that she didn't want to lose her job. She was nervous about losing her job. Or maybe somebody in jail nervous about losing their job if she go run her mouth and do any talking. Because the power to stay silent is no more. She want to talk. She want to be free from some commitment. Maybe in jail she hooked to somebody. Whatever this is, right? Or somebody on the outside or however this going. She's in era living. Okay, so we have right here, she's coping with a job, and the job will be babysitting little baby Benson. She looked at him as weak-backed, right? He was weak. She need to change and chance it all, though. But if it's dealing with jail, somebody looking at her weak back, and she need to change and chance it all. Or somebody in jail's coping with the job, working in jail, something like that, and they looking at her as being weak back because they had power over her. Okay, she tatted in jail and she need a miracle. Follow me? But turn it around to little baby Benson. He was tatted and he needed a miracle. So he holding on to love, the little baby, because he don't know no better. He just want to be loved. But she beat the baby. It say he beat me so much, but we're going to say she beat him. So if she ain't physically beat him, she tossed him around. She did something. So we could take this to her in jail. Maybe somebody manhandling her in jail, whoever it is, right? And she holding on to love. Look, she want to go home, but sorry, miss, you ain't going home. Right? Okay? But she wanted the baby to go home, though. But she needed to go out and look for some work. How about that? Go work, look for work then. And you ain't have to worry about babysitting the baby, miss. She is tired of the baby's crap. She had enough of it. The baby was a beautiful dreamer. She was tired of the baby's crap and whining or whatever the boo-boo was doing. Okay, it says right here, I'm meant for greatness. So this is her storyline. And little baby Benson, right? So little baby Benson, I got to put this with the baby. Little baby Benson, his name was. He was meant for greatness. God had plans for the sweetheart that she just murdered. Treated like a piece of trash. She had no respect for the baby whatsoever. And his mother, she definitely had respect for it, the baby's mother. She wasn't afraid, scared, or nothing more of the lady's reaction. If she was going to get her butt beat or anything. She just was so comfortable with this lady. I don't know nobody who could be that comfortable with killing somebody's baby and just feel like, oh, well, I got it like that. I can do that. I'm the big woman. I'm the big man. This lady had a serious nerve. Why did she let others mold her? In jail, somebody must be molding her because out of jail, nobody was molding her, I don't feel. I love him, but it won't be no romance. So somebody in jail, or she dealing with somebody who she dealing with on the outside and connecting with her. She love him, but it won't be no romance because she can't get to him to make romance. Or somebody in jail. She love the person, but it won't be no romance because she might be a little upset. So we can take it to the baby. She care about the baby somewhat, right? But it won't be no care and loving treatment. I won't take care of you like I should. We can take it all kind of ways. Right? She dealing with somebody 24 and up or 42 and up. So this wouldn't be the baby because the baby is not either one of them ages. It was seed time for sure. She was trying to make money by watching the baby. Or some kind of way somebody was going to be giving her money some kind of way while she in jail. In the seed time, she was going to get splashes of joy from getting paid from his mother or getting paid somebody giving her money at jail or whatever's going on here. My eyes telling me the truth that she got money coming in or money was coming, or did her eyes tell the truth that the baby wasn't alive? But she should have done something about it though. Okay, it says right here that here. She's going to pluck the baby. She's a turncoat to the baby. You can't see it, they like green. She's going to pluck the baby. She's a turncoat to the baby, into the baby's mother. She cared less about the baby's mother. She should have took the baby to the hospital where she could say thank you, but she didn't do that. Okay? She banked on it. Banked on what? Banked on the baby's mother. She easy. She nice. I can get away with murder with her. She easy. I ain't scared of her. Get what I'm trying to say with this card. She had to see it for what it is. Maybe this lady is a water sign. The baby was a water sign. The mother was a water sign. Anything like that. Or act like a water sign. But this lady didn't act like a water sign. With the baby. Didn't get no kind of emotions until the detective in the interrogation room kept on nagging at her, and then she decided to cry. But just cry for herself. How selfish is that? She worked on something hard on one day of the week, and that is mistreating the baby. That day the baby died is the day she did whatever she did. All of it happened that same day. She talking about she don't know what happened to the baby. You know, Miss, trying to insult the detective's intelligence. Here it is right here. Okay. She had to stop letting the world talk for her, start talking for herself. Get back to what God created her to be in life. In jail, whatever might be going on there. Okay, it says right here, she is trying to insult the parents' intelligence, the police intelligence. Nobody was trying to insult hers, unless it's somebody in jail. She needed to get more sleep to be more energetic, so she might have not had a lot of sleep that day. Enough sleep anyway. Well, she wanted somebody to get in their feelings. This one, somebody wants you to get in your feelings and get in like a socket connection. So I feel like she didn't have enough sleep maybe, so that means she wasn't in it. She wasn't trying to be dealing with the baby. She wasn't feeling it. Get what I'm saying? She was tired. She didn't want to be bothered. Get what I'm saying? With the baby. But if she dealing with some man or something, she want him to get in it like a socket connection. Get his feelings in. Like me, like I like you. Whatever she want done that way. Okay? Or she want the detectives. Listen to what I'm saying. Get in it and believe what I'm saying. Right in the interrogation room, because it says right here that she wanted the baby to filter the baby's ways. Get what I'm saying? Because the baby was crying some kind of way. Follow me? And the baby was gift seeking. Follow me? Because the baby want to be cared for. That's what babies do. They want to be cared for. They want to be loved. She's the babysitter. That's her job. Or we dealing with her in the interrogation room. She needed to filter her ways because the detectives was gift seeking, trying to get info out of this lady. Or in jail, somebody need to filter their ways because she gift seeking, I feel, from somebody in jail. So we have right here. She's sticking around far with no nonsense lessons. If she knows she is tired, she didn't want to watch the baby anymore. She should have told the parents that she didn't want to watch the baby anymore. The parents didn't know this lady was like she was, because I'm quite sure they wouldn't have gave the baby to her. They were sticking around with no nonsense lessons. But they didn't, I don't feel as the parents, because they didn't know this lady was like this. She knew she was like she was. She knew she was tired or whatever she knew she was like. And also in jail, maybe something happening in jail. Whatever that might be. She's slim in nature, or the baby's mother. Anything like that. Might have brown hair. Don't have to have brown hair. Slim in nature. Okay, let's go. So we had this one right here. She had to be okay with her looks and know she's beautiful. Right? She didn't control the outcomes. She didn't control the outcome. I can turn it around because she probably saying, because she kept saying she didn't know what was going on and she didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do it. I didn't cause it. So maybe she's saying, I don't control the outcomes. I didn't did it. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. I'm going to twist it around. Maybe she's trying to say it ain't her fault. But the mother didn't control the outcome. I could say that because the mother didn't know that this was going to happen, because she would have snatched the baby away way ahead of time if she knew this lady was like this. This lady needed to go fight for her life and stop running. Only you can make this happen in your life. And tell the truth, what all the truth is. I don't think I saw no drug cards for you. I don't really think I saw no drug cards. So you might seem like you was tired and seem like you had like a little something mental going on. A mental, what you call a psychotic break. Some kind of something seemed like it went on with you. Psychotic break? Something happened. Snap. Will you snap? Seem like you snap. Because I don't see no drugs. I don't think I saw no drugs. Beat me so much could simply mean you might have been manhandling a baby. You might have been manhandling a baby, slinging a baby there that way, or how you was handling a baby. Because there's no man beating on you right here. Unless in jail, somebody beating on you. You can take it that way, somebody beating on you in jail. But if not, I'm taking it with the baby. But seemed like you didn't get enough sleep that day, and seemed like you just wasn't for it. You ain't get enough sleep. Some kind of way, seemed like you had some kind of psychotic break, some kind of something went on with your mental state where you snapped. And you didn't have love for the baby. It was like you saying, I don't care nothing about you. I don't care if you're crying or not. I'm not going to take care of you. I don't want to be bothered, or whatever your mom was thinking like. The baby is just a baby, though. The baby was gift seeking to be loved and cared for like baby's supposed to. But you needed to filter your ways, so you might have been fussing back at the baby, saying stuff to the baby. The baby don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, you have to pay the price, miss. You have to pay a heavy price, and God gonna deal with you too. So the law got you, but God gonna be handling you right at the same time. Okay, we got spiritual justice for the baby universe, spiritual justice for the baby, for little baby Benson. Spiritual justice is gonna be served for little baby Benson. Spiritual, God's way, not man's way, God's way. So get ready for it, miss. Because you've been free as a bird so far, but God get ready to come after you to get justice for little Benson. Okay, so. Okay, let's see. This is for Miss Marrissa, who took the baby, little Benson, to McDonalds, knowing he was dead in his car seat, and she sat down and ate food with her boyfriend. That seemed like she got a sick mind. But she didn't have a sick mind. That was intentional. She was hungry and she was going to sit down and eat with him right in that car seat. He wasn't stopping her. So she still was using control. She is still using control. I'm hungry and I want to eat, and you ain't stopping me from eating. So we going in here and eat. So even in the baby's death, she felt like the baby wasn't going to control her. Get what I'm saying? In the baby's death, she still feel like she ain't gonna let the baby control her. You ain't controlling me. I'm in charge. I deal with you when I want to deal with you, not before. And that's what seemed like it was like that day. That's the brass love one. Marissa Tietsort, something like that. 28 years old. Okay, they gave her extra years, because first it was 37 years, now it's 40. I don't know, something must have happened to make it 40. Well, it's 40 years now. She got 40 years. Okay, and she 31 now, so maybe some kind of way, the trial. She was 28 when it happened, evidently, and the trial must have came 2022. Then she turned 31. Well, now they saying a different time. They saying 40 years, so. But anyway, she deserved every bit of it. Bad at hurting this baby. Bad at baby. Took the baby to McDonald's while she sat down and ate. She should have threw up on every drop of food that went down her throat. Off of knowing you got a baby sitting beside you not alive. How can you even do that? Ain't no way you could catch me going to somebody's funeral and they sitting right there at the funeral. And I sit there and I eat some food right there while I'm looking at them.